What's good, Primos? Welcome to another episode of Kick La Familia with your favorite Primo, Coach Fernz. And today I got one of my favorite Primos in the building. She's an educator, a doctor, public speaker, and a lover of Christ and a lover of kicks. Shana, how you feeling?
I'm good. I'm feeling good. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man. Tell a familiar where you from and how you feel about sneaker culture where you currently are.
I'm from Brooklyn, Flatbush, born and raised to be exact.
What?
So sneaker culture has always been a part of your identity, your
Yeah.
humanity. You got to make sure you got some clean, fresh kicks.
Word, man. You been in Flatbush all your life?
Well, I moved to Queens, I guess you could say right into high school.
Okay.
So yeah, so I transitioned out of Brooklyn to Queens, but it's still a heavy spot where you got to make sure your feet is correct.
Yeah, which one is better, sneaker wise? With the sneaker game, you talking Brooklyn or you talking Queens?
It's a little tough one, because I think the culture is hard wherever you go.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
met
yeah, yeah.
people in other states. I've gone to Atlanta, spent
Mhm,
some time in Baltimore.
okay.
Um, People who are into sneaker culture,
Mhm.
it's just as vibrant any other place because it's like you gotta understand it. You can't just jump into it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
So I got into sneaker culture particularly because I played basketball.
Okay,
So, yeah, so throughout my upbringing, I went to Coney Island, played out there, stayed with my cousins.
mhm,
So, they went to Lincoln High and played on the
okay.
basketball team there. So I got into sneaker culture from that because,
Mhm,
you gotta make sure that you look the part.
yeah,
And more in particular, just making sure that off the court, you still had that same, I guess
yeah,
you could say, that same look, that same feel, that same vibe. So
yeah,
from the basketball court to classroom, you still had to have that same look. So
yeah.
it was something that was really important to me. And my mom used grades as a way to balance it out. So
That's how
depending
you
on
do
what my grades look like,
it.
I was able to I remember one time I had a really hard time with a mathematics course. And my mother said to me, if you get above a 75 in this class, I will get you those 13s.
Oh,
So she got me the black and white 13, and
education.
my report card was good, and the next day I came home, they were on the bed, and I had a matching, like, set with it. It was
Mhm.
just immaculate.
Listen, that's what I'm talking about. What was your
Yeah.
favorite kicks to hoop in?
At the time, I don't know if I can remember correctly, but, I know I was wearing some Nikes, but I don't remember. It's a
Okay.
while ago. A long, long time ago. I don't even
Don't
wanna
tell him.
say how
Don't
long
tell.
ago,
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
but I will say
Mhm.
this, I was playing for the Stephon Marbury, summer, camp.
Mhm.
So we all had pretty much the same sneakers because he would donate, T-shirts, shorts, things like that, so it was all Nike products. So
Okay.
I can attest to that.
Thank God it wasn't strawberries. Somebody told me the strawberries be hurting their
That didn't
ankles.
come out till
Oh,
later.
okay, 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 okay.
Yeah. I never
Okay.
owned a pair of those. No shade, but I never owned a pair of those.
Listen, listen.
No.
Different conversation. Shout out to New
Yes.
York though. And when we talk collections, it's about four tiers. You have the Primos that's just getting started. That's like the 1 to 20. Then you have the Primos that's building their collection. That's like the 20 to 50. Then you have the one that's been in the game for a minute, which is like 50 to 100. Then you have my Primos that's like don't ask. That's the 100 plus. Which one you
Mhm.
falling into?
The second.
Okay, okay, okay.
Not gonna lie, I'm in the second.
20 to 50.
As a girl that likes sneaker culture, I also like shoe culture too, and you know
Okay.
that.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
We
yeah.
talked about that a few times. So
Yeah,
my footwear is very important.
yeah.
Like I base a lot of what I'm doing on what I'm putting on my feet.
Okay.
Some people do it, in the reverse. They like, what is my fit gonna look like? And then they'll
Mhm,
get to the shoes or whatever.
mhm.
But I always start from the bottom and work my way up.
That was my next
So
question.
yeah, so that's generally how I've, like, built my own collection,
Mhm,
started venturing out, things like that. I took a real big break,
mhm.
and then I got back into it, I guess you could say right before the pandemic. I
Okay.
really was investing in a lot of Yeezys. I was investing, in just a lot of I got some Ewings. I bought
Oh,
2
comfortable.
Yeah, I bought, 2 pairs of those, because I just like conscious pieces,
Yeah,
and at that time, the narrative that Kanye was speaking and representing and all of that, I was down for it. I was like, "You got my money." So, I
yeah,
was heavy, into the Yeezy game, and then always being a long time Jordan fan. So, I always kept the sneakers that I had
yeah.
from high school, so I still have a lot of those. Then I started diving into, like, flight, posits and foam posits. So
Ooh,
I got a couple of those. So yeah, I could say I'm in the second tier, but I'm not at that level where you could look at people and be like, this is their life. Like,
yeah. Well, you got some pieces. If you got anybody that says flight posits, know a
yeah,
little something about sneakers.
yeah,
Because the
definitely
foams, everybody know, but the
yeah,
flights,
yeah. Got some
that's a different.
flags, some phones, because that's during my basketball time. So I got some
Mhm.
phones from there. But yeah, definitely.
How is it hooping in the flight posits? I never hooped in those. Is it
I mean, it was just for show. It wasn't really for the
okay?
comfort or for the purpose of performance. Like,
Yeah.
I was never that type of girl. Like, because truth be told, Jordan's is not the best for playing basketball
Never,
in,
never.
right? So I never bought kicks for that purpose. It was
Mhm.
for style, and just making sure the outfit came together pretty nice.
Right. All right, listen, man, that's dope. Now, what's the sneaker that bit the bug, right? And what I mean by that is you knew when you copped these sneakers that you was officially a sneakerhead. What was that sneaker that got you like, yeah, it got me?
The 11s,
Ooh, that's those things. Which are the white and black ones? Which ones?
black and red ones.
Ooh.
Yeah. So my red, black, and white ones, those because I bought those twice, so I got, um, the Space Jams, and then from there, I went and, got the Gamma Rays, and those like, I kept repeating that one, like, for
Yeah.
me, that was my first introduction into, like, yeah.
Okay.
Then I got the 20s, I went all the way up to the 20s, the joints that came in the
Yeah, I
box
know.
with the
Yeah, I know the
suitcase.
20s.
Yeah, I had a couple of those just because of the box that it came in, like, I was
Oh,
really
absolutely.
out, like, yeah.
Good.
So the 11s was the bug, and then I started working my way up. So I had a couple of 13s, red and black, red and white.
Mhm,
I did have the Carolina blue 11s,
mhm.
and I took them back the next day. So for those of you that may not know, um, going on Jamaica Avenue, sometimes you get you a good pair of kicks, depending if you're not
Yeah,
trying to be on that long line, because
yeah,
certain spots you knew that was legit, you was gonna wait on the line. So
yeah,
I waited on the line for them, and I took them home. I was excited, tried them on, worked out well, it was good. And then when I got home, I just didn't like the color. I'm not a blue girl like
yeah.
that.
I
So
understand.
took them back the next day, and yeah, I changed them out for some
Dang,
real ones.
man. Do your friends know that you're a sneakerhead, or is that something that only a few select people know about you?
My people know this.
Okay. Say no
My
more.
people, like, they will call me if they're trying to like, I had a couple of, some of my girlfriends will call and they were like, "Look, I'm gonna buy a pair of sneakers. What is the best pair of sneakers I should buy?" And I'm like, bet. Based on your style
Yeah,
and your comfort and your mom, like, I
yeah.
give them the rundown of why I think they should choose this particular sneaker.
Mhm.
But like my friends in college, because we would always go to the Foot Locker to
Right.
get them. Like I said, wherever there's somebody that's into sneaker culture,
Mhm.
it's 1000% all the way in. So
Yeah.
my people know, they know this.
Okay. Listen, I love it. I love it, man. Now, when you hear the term sneakerhead, what goes through your mind? Like, what are you picturing? What's your definition of a sneakerhead?
um, Someone that definitely invests. I think of investment.
Yeah.
I think of
Yeah.
investment. Somebody that's a sneakerhead and they know the culture, meaning there's a purpose. Like recently, um, I got the J tips, the ones that came out over the summer. So it's like the
Heartbreak
consciousness
Hotel.
level.
Heartbreak for me. I'm listening though.
But I mean, it's like the consciousness of it. You know certain things and
Yeah.
it's a reason for it. It's a part of your identity. It's part of who you are. It's
Yeah.
part of your makeup. So somebody that's like a sneakerhead, if I hear that term, sneaker culture, sneakerhead, I hear somebody that's like invested. They're
Yeah.
doing their research. They're taking their time to understand the product. They're taking their time to understand the origins of the product.
Mhm.
Because sometimes, like you just made a face, right? Some kids
Yeah.
may not look aesthetically pleasing to everybody, but in some cases, the message behind it makes you invest in it. So I'm a conscious sneakerhead.
Yeah, yeah,
That's me. That's why I say I'm at the second tier. If you're up there at that last tier, it don't matter. You just
yeah. Just
it
at
could
this
be
point.
whatever. I'm buying it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because it lace up by itself and it
yeah,
lights up. You know, at some point you're like, what is the point of that? But if
yeah,
you really invested in it, like you're up there, it don't even matter. It's the fact that you got it.
yeah.
It satisfies you. It means something to you. So that's what I hear when I think about that term.
Nice. Listen, I love the J-tip sneakers. I just made a vow to myself I wasn't gonna spend money on sneakers for a certain portion, and then they dropped, and I'm like,
But I still
why'd I
wear
do that to
mine.
myself? No, like no, I got some J-tips,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I specifically wanted some that he was dropping,
Yeah.
and I just couldn't break the vow to myself. And I
Mhm.
was hurt. I'm like, I wanted them. And it's
Mhm.
like, man, dog, you had to drop these, man. But I think that he elevated Saucony to the
Big time.
dramatic colors is woo.
Big time. My dad used to wear them, so when I wore them, my father was just
Mm.
like, "Are you kidding me right now?" And I was like, "Yeah,
Mhm.
dad." He was like, "Those are nice." I was like, "I know."
Yeah, yeah, they just and that's when you know because people I think people just appreciate art, right? And when you see a good sneaker, it's like, I wouldn't wear those, but those look nice on you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah, I really wasn't in like, I wasn't really too much into, the Adidas brand until I started buying Yeezys, and then when
Mhm.
that started shifting, the narrative started changing with that, then I started not paying attention to Adidas anymore as a
Yeah,
whole.
yeah.
And, I have an athletic background. So, I run,
Mhm.
I play golf, I do a lot of other things. So technically you would think I'm still into the brand for other reasons, but I
Right.
overall just threw it out.
Understood.
And then a couple of folks that I knew started wearing Sambas.
Mhm.
And I was like, "Why is everybody wearing these sneakers?"
Yeah,
And then a couple of folks was like, "Don't buy them; they're uncomfortable." And then some people are like, "Oh, it's a method to it. You gotta buy it this size or whatever."
yeah.
But what made me purchase my first pair of Sambas
Mhm.
was a young lady that had the beads on it and these
Mm.
cute little pearl charms, and I was like,
Yeah, yeah,
those look a little nice now. So I
yeah,
actually purchased it because I saw how somebody else styled them.
yeah.
So I bought 2 pairs as a result, but you just never know. But I definitely just threw that whole brand out the garbage or whatever.
I understand, but Sambas to me, I would never buy a pair of Sambas, I don't think.
Okay.
But the fact that they inserted themselves with those, animal prints, I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, these are"
Yeah.
like, I love when I see a girl with Sambas on, like, with a dress or, like, she really
Yeah.
does it up. It looks so dope. I
Exactly.
I know I don't wanna wear wear them just because of my style, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
yeah.
this I appreciate it about other people.
Yeah, the way that you can just add your own personality to it,
Yeah.
and the colorways can get real
Mhm.
creative, and I like to wear kicks with a dress or a skirt,
Yeah.
so for me, it was like I was always wearing Yeezys or something like that. I felt those were pretty cute, but when
Mhm.
I saw the Sama with the pearls and I said, "I'm gonna do that." So I picked up on it,
Yeah.
and it's been working for me, but I like it, but that was my first pair
Mhm.
of, like full-fledged Adidas sneakers.
Right. Yeah,
That
yeah, yeah.
pair, Adidas sneakers, and then I bought a pair of golf shoes from Adidas.
Mhm.
So, getting into these brands, it becomes outlets after a while, but
Yeah.
I would never in a million years. This is my first purchase.
Off Sambas? Yeah, like, I just appreciate and admire y'all with them. I
Why,
ain't going
thank
nowhere
you.
near. Yeah, I
I
ain't
got
going
the
nowhere near.
black and whites,
Yeah.
and then I have, red and whites.
Mhm.
See, I always gotta have my red in there. I don't know.
Oh, so
I don't know
is
why,
that why
but I
you didn't
always
like the blue? Is that gang related? When you said you didn't really
nah,
like blue like that?
nah. I'm not a blue fan.
You just say Flatbush. You
It's
know what
not
I'm saying?
anything personal, I'm not gonna hold you, but the Carolina Blues just never stuck with me, and I tried.
Yeah, I understand.
Even when the others would drop, people like, "You do a team, Carolina and white, or you gonna do black and white and red?" I don't know, it just sticks with me to do the red, black, and white. I guess because of the Bulls is so traditional from my upbringing,
Yeah, yeah,
I
understood.
can't see it no
Yeah.
other way. If you're gonna do Jordans, so most of the time you're gonna do some real solid kicks,
Mhm.
gotta stay with those colorways. I don't know.
Yeah, I understand. Look, blue is one of my favorite colors, blue and gray, but I don't want blue on gray
Oh,
sneakers.
okay.
I like I
Green is
want
my
red.
favorite color.
Okay. You got a lot of green sneakers or
Actually, I don't.
see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't buy blue sneakers. I only got
Actually,
a
I don't.
few, but I got a bunch of black and red, or black
Yeah.
or red, or black and red. It just something about that color
I
just
got a lot of green clothing,
mhm.
but not green kicks, but hey, that's where the black comes in at.
That's
And,
it,
it's
that's
black
it,
and white,
that's
it all
it,
fits it, so
that's it, man. So let me ask you this, right? And little shifting gears, but we connected through sneakers, right? Along with a lot
mhm.
of other people. Do you believe utilizing social currency like that within the kingdom could help push the kingdom forward?
Oh, yeah, for sure, because, the kingdom is culture.
Yeah.
So thinking about what particularly is the culture of the environment that you're in and responding to it so
Mhm.
that it can be a way to have conversation or a pathway to build connection because it's all relative. So if you're having something and in that environment, sneaker culture is gravitating and it gets a lot of people's attention.
Yeah.
Why not? Use it. I saw a couple of years back, case in point, sneaker balls.
Yeah.
Everybody
Oh,
goes
oh
sneaker
Lord.
ball
Oh
now.
Lord.
You know what I'm saying?
That was the
They
era.
use it for fundraisers. They use it
Yeah.
for community events. They use it for scholarships. There's so many industries that tap into what the culture
Yeah.
is attentive to lead into enlightenment. So I think if you're trying to build a connection with somebody, you got to speak their language. You got to
Mhm.
understand the culture.
Yeah.
So I definitely agree with it, and it could be definitely helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, although sneakers are a large part of why we're here,
Mhm.
you got some pretty dope things going on. So is there anything that you want to share with the family about some of the things you got going on or some of the projects you've been working on?
I'm always researching because
Mm.
I'm a doctor of education. So I naturally have to research.
Right.
So I'm always putting things together to help, whether it be ministries, whether it be schools, whether it be leadership organizations, to pretty much create equity in those spaces
Mhm.
so that people can get their best results out of themselves. So most of the time I'm working in projects, whether it be K through 12 sector, working on building schools to be more transformative,
Mm.
working with ministries, helping them to engage with youth and young adult in a more harmonious way. So bridging the gap, understanding the science behind that, but incorporating faith so that there's no mixed messages.
Right.
And I'm always, always working, on myself. So playing golf is one of those cool things, but
That's dope.
particularly, I do a lot of public speaking opportunities to share this type of information. So, just covering a lot of bases when it comes to solving human issues within education, within social scopes, and
Mhm.
within faith identities.
Dope, dope. Now, when you say bridging the gap, could you elaborate on that a little bit more? What do you believe is the space between the two generations? Now, I ask this question because I hear a lot of times, you know, people speaking or preaching, and they say, this new generation, they don't
Hmm.
X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
But I also know that the church got about 6 generations in it, right? You
Yeah.
got the silent generation, as they call them, baby boomers, Generation X, Generation Y, millennials.
Mhm. Mhm.
I'm sorry, not Generation Y, millennials, same, but then
Yeah.
Gen Z and then alphas and whatever. So who are they talking to when they say the next generation or this new generation? Because they've been saying it for baby boomers been saying it, Generation X been saying it, Generation Y be saying it. So I'm just trying to figure out who are they speaking to. So based on some of the things that you've experienced, like
Mhm.
what's that gap in between of understanding or the thing that brings them together?
Well, when that or those statements are being said,
Mhm.
what is happening is folks are trying to project into the next. So, whatever you're doing now has to catapult you to your next.
Right,
Any ministry that is in existence is responsible for passing the baton for the next because, those folks are not going to be there forever, but that
right,
building will be,
yes.
right?
Hmm.
And so instinctively, you want to make sure that what you're doing is transferable. So using the terms the next generation is simply just that. What are we
Hmm.
doing now that's aiding the next able bodied group to continue to go further? Every generation is responsible
Hmm.
to go further than the last.
Right.
So whoever is leading a group, a congregation, a conclave, the ecclesia, they are responsible
Hmm.
for creating an environment and infrastructure that leads to the next level. So the topic of succession comes up a lot. The
Mhm.
topic of leadership empowerment comes up a lot. And how do we train people to maintain those statutes? So whenever I'm doing this type of work, I'm understanding the culture, the climate, the nuances, and the need. And from there, I develop pathways of connectedness. So, what is the language? How do we bridge that gap? What is the plan? How do we foster the access so that that can be succeeded? Then we're starting to talk about, well, what is working now that we don't need to change? So that becomes a topic of tradition. So whenever you hear someone talking about this generation and the next generation, that's good responsive communication because we're
Mhm.
supposed to be thinking about our now for our later. So
Mhm.
most of the time, if you're not hearing that, you're probably in an environment that's stunted, that's not going to grow, and there will be no survivors. And what I mean by that is there will be no passing on of the baton. People are just going to evacuate or escape that
Right.
place, and
Right.
then it'll just become dormant.
Yeah.
So even with what you're doing here, you're responsible for leaving something that catapults this to the next level because
Yes.
this is something that was given to you instinctively, creatively, and blessed. So now, what are you going to do with your blessing?
Right. Yeah. Listen.
Right?
Listen, I love it, man. That was an amazing answer, and I have to ask you because you are a researcher. Do
Mm,
you believe that artificial intelligence can assist us in research these days? A lot of people are skeptical, right? And I know
mhm.
why they're skeptical, and they have good reason to be skeptical. But if they don't lean in, can they get left behind?
Yes.
Okay.
Because again, we're um, in our environment, and so
Mhm.
we behave according to our environments.
Right.
But you can shift an environment based on the knowledge that you have, right? You can only go as far as the last book you read.
Yeah.
You can only be as inspiring as the last inspiration that incited you. So
Mhm.
again, we're always passing something along. Now, right now, our culture and climate within our society is getting us to think and be more considerate towards information technology and the
Mhm.
thinking capacity that it has. So it would be wise for us to be more open to it so that we're not missing it.
Right.
And you could miss it by not knowing how to use it. You could
Mhm.
miss it by not knowing how to allow it to help you. And you can also miss it by allowing it to replace you.
Mm. Wow. So the people who know how to use it may just be
Mhm.
replacing the people who just don't, you know?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
You can use it, for example, if I need to know something and I don't want to like just go over my time. If I'm setting time to do some work
Mhm.
and I need something immediate, I can use it as a pinpoint to inform me. So
Right.
I often tell students when they're using AI to use it as a tool
Mhm.
and try to help them in a way that it advances them. Some people are using AI for comedy and for entertainment, and that's why they could be a proponent of replacement
Right.
because they're not engaging with it meaningfully.
Right.
So it's a input resource.
Mhm.
The more you communicate and use it, the
Mhm.
more it retains.
Right.
That's how it's supposed to be with humanity. The
Right.
more we interact and engage with each other, we should be retaining things. We should become smarter,
Yeah.
right? So if this is a database,
Mhm.
then that just simply means how can I use it to maximize what I am already doing?
Right.
So if you need help with being responsible with your finances, we're talking about sneaker culture, right?
Right.
If you tell the AI system, I want to purchase XYZ, but right now I have this amount of money in my bank account. And I'm looking at either going to eBay, I'm either looking at doing this or StockX or whatever. What do you suggest based on the money I have, the due dates where these sneakers are coming out,
Mhm.
and platforms that I'm considering? What do you suggest is the best option for me? AI will compute what you should do
Right.
based on the money you have.
No, that's good information, man. And,
So
and yeah.
that's what I mean by knowing how to use it as a tool, because if not, it will run circles around you because you're using it for jokes, silly memes, entertainment, and you're missing how it could benefit your reality.
Mm, that's good stuff, man. The reason I said what I said was because I work in an environment where people they don't even want to do Microsoft Excel sheets, right? They want to
Yeah,
write stuff down, and I'm all good with that.
yeah.
But I remember I want to say he was a CTO from New York City, and he was like, "Yo, we have some things where you shouldn't be looking at forms all day. There are
Mhm.
things that AI can do that we can
Yeah.
utilize." And I seen a lot of pushback from people, of course, people who are a little bit more seasoned. They're like,
Mhm.
"Nah, I'm not trying to." And I was like, it seems like based on the environment I was in, that a
Right.
lot of those people are going to be replaced not by AI, but by the people who know how to use it and know how to use
Yeah.
it well. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
And it was just I understood why they had apprehension,
Of
but I'm like,
course.
bruh, if you 48, now's the time. Like if you 75, 80, maybe you have a little reason not to. Um, but if you're in those tender years, you definitely need to lean into it. Uh,
Yeah, and you can lean into it at any age. I think
Absolutely.
the way that you approach it is where you will find your most successful outcome. Remember, it's a tool.
Yeah.
But if you don't know how to use it, it will work instead of you. So, just like anything, remember when we were using AOL or when we
Mhm.
were using, all these things, we had the MDA, the sidekick, the this, the that. That was technology probing society to move
Right.
forward. And people took a long time to graduate from the flip phone to the basic screen phone.
Mhm.
So it's the same thing. Everybody's up in arms, but it's a tool.
Yeah.
A
Yeah, that's
tool.
wow. You said something crazy. Crazy, crazy dope. Um, you said if you don't I don't wanna repeat it. I'll when I go back and listen to it, Imma see how
Yeah.
dope it was. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? If you don't know
Yeah.
how to work it if you said something about if you don't know how to work it, it will work you, something like that.
Yeah,
It
it
was
will
dope.
it will replace the work that you're doing.
Yeah, okay,
So you
then.
gotta use it to your advantage. It's definitely something, that's helpful. If you're a person that's always writing, you
Mhm.
can use it to give you insight on different formats, frameworks. I had somebody speak to me about, writing a forward for a book. They never done it before. I said,
Mm.
"Well, use ChatGPT to give you frameworks for it and pick the one that you like the best."
Yeah,
Like I said, it's a database. It's almost like the faster version of, like, Ask Jeeves or something, or
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Old
It's just
school.
really unique. Yeah, like,
Ask
it's just
Jeeves.
really, really
Lycos.
unique. Exactly, exactly. I know someone I was on a plane,
Uh-huh.
and the gentleman was, talking to me. I don't know how we got into this conversation, but he was a pilot.
Mhm.
So we were just we were talking about turbulence, and I said to him, I said, "Man, I probably need to figure out how this works." So he was telling me how the air and all this other
Mhm.
stuff, different things, and then he blurted out like, "Yeah, ChatGPT helped me when I was getting my pilot license." And I was
Yeah.
like, "What you mean?" Right? So, and
Yeah,
naturally, I'm like, "You don't know how to fly a plane." I mean,
yeah, yeah.
but he was explaining how it helped him to learn the information for his exam in a more efficient way.
Yeah,
The old school way, if you get a book this thick, you're gonna like, "Oh my God, I gotta read and
take
I
a
gotta
chance.
highlight," and not him. Database taught him how to focus on the main parts so
Mhm.
that he can remember what was necessary for the test, and so he could still stay up in his class to do the classwork and everything, so he didn't miss anything. When you did it the old school way, you were bound to miss something and fail the exam.
Yeah, yeah.
So I
No,
thought
that's
about it, I said, "Oh." So he
yeah.
said, "Oh, yeah, I even used it to help me to buy a house." I was like, "How did you do that?" And he was like, "Well, I plugged in what my wife and I made and what we had and the type of house we wanted and the amount of years we would think." Like, it's a tool. And I
Yeah,
was just like, I don't know why we're not tapping in, but
yeah.
we need to tap in. So anything that you're doing, even in sneaker culture, building a business, thinking about how to make something better, just you can use it. It's information. It's
Wow.
information.
Wow, that's good stuff, man. I could talk about this type of stuff all day, man. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
let
yeah.
let me go back. Let's go back, right?
Let's go. Man.
Freshman year of high school. Mom takes you sneaker shopping. She says there's no limit on how much you can spend, right? Sneaker excursion. What's the two sneakers you copping if moms don't give you a budget?
Oh my goodness.
May have never happened, but let's see.
I can't even. You see, I'm so flush, like, oh
I
my
know, yeah.
god. Okay, high
That's it.
school, and oh man,
Going back,
why
way
did you
back,
choose?
back in the time.
I got you.
Let's go. Talk to me.
I got you.
What you got?
What you had me. Okay, so I'm gonna get I'm gonna get the Bugs Bunnies.
Oh, just one? Just the Bugs Bunnies?
I'm gonna get the Bugs Bunnies.
What else?
I'm gonna get. You know why? My favorite color, in addition to green, is purple, and
Okay.
it has like that hint of purple in
What color?
there.
What color you on? The black ones?
Black,
Okay.
the ones with that hint of purple. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So we're gonna go with that. I'm a simple girl, so I'm cute, dainty with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
So
understand.
I would get those,
hmm
and I'll be extremely satisfied, and I get to fit it because I
Okay.
like it.
Okay. Listen, we'll go with the one pair. I like it. I love it.
Yeah, I like the one pair, and I get to fit it. Like that'll be my yes.
Okay. So let me ask you. You were a Jordan fan based on what you said.
Oh yeah, because I play ball,
Mhm.
and that was just my first introduction to sneakers in general was Jordans.
So which basketball player, in your opinion, had the best signature shoe? Cheat code. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see.
So this is crazy because my mind is like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, if I can't say.
Let me mention this because I asked somebody this the other day and they told me about GP and I forgot all about the Gary Payton sneakers, the gloves.
Yes.
So I just
Okay.
want to throw that
Okay.
out
See,
there just to
I'm
help
kind
you.
of on that vibe right now as
Okay.
I'm thinking.
Okay.
All right, let's go back to East Bay,
Ooh.
right? Okay.
Ooh.
East Bay, Pippens.
Ooh. The one with the airs on the side? Okay. All right. All right. You can't go wrong. Listen,
Yeah,
you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with Pippins. I never owned a pair. Well, I never owned a pair of that line. I've owned a pair of Pippins, but I like
okay.
the Pippins.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like the
Pippens.
airs.
Yes. I'll
Oh,
go I'll go with
nice.
that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, listen, I love it. I love it. So since we're talking best, right? I need you to give me the most iconic silhouette of all time. I'm going to give you four options. The four options are the Jordan 1, the
Mm.
Chuck Taylor,
Mm.
the Air Force One,
Mm.
or Adidas Shell Toe. Out of those four, what do you feel is the most iconic sneaker silhouette of all times?
To me, iconic means it can never go unnoticed. It translates generationally.
hmm
It crosses cultural norms and bounds. Um, and it's translated through all age groups. So I'm just gonna go with the shell tops. You can't everyone
Ooh,
knows what those are.
ooh,
Those are
shell toe.
forever etched in history and culture, and
Mhm.
fashion.
Yeah.
There are literal paradigms that were created because of the invention of what those shell toes actually meant and reflected. No shade to the others, but that has a longer standing and reach. When you talk
Mhm.
about iconic, iconic means how far is the reach?
Mhm.
Those things reach real, real far.
Yeah, yeah. You think they reach further than the Chuck Taylors?
Chuck Taylor's, I guess you'll say
Not to
they're
sway
neck
your
and neck.
opinion. Not to sway your
Like they're
opinion. I just got a
no, I'm
question.
saying they're neck and neck
Okay.
on that, but I'm saying as far as like I said, I'm very, just research heavy and
Yeah.
conscious, and I've heard people correlate back to, shell toes, shell tops, like
Mhm.
I'm saying. Chuck Taylor's, yes. Um, I think that they would definitely have a reach span. But I'm just gonna go with them
Okay. Listen, look, listen. We,
for
we we love
conversation
it.
purposes.
Listen. We love it.
For the
We love it.
sake of time.
I understand. I understand. We only got a limited amount of time to get all the stuff out of your brain. I get it. I get
Yes.
it. I get it. But speaking of your mind, I want you to go into your imagine. Give me a second. This word is messing me up.
Imagination?
Imaginatory state. Now, I don't know. I'll be making up words as I go along.
No, you're fine.
If you could retro any sneaker, what would that sneaker be? It's two questions. That's gonna be the first question. If you could retro any sneaker, like, yo, I can't wait for them to drop this sneaker from back in the day. What would that sneaker be?
It probably is a retro, but, SB Dunks. It
Mm.
was, okay, I'm gonna out myself here. Okay, so it was like a basket woven textured high top SB Dunk. And you know where the inserts are, where the check is,
Mhm,
and the toe,
mhm,
it was floral print. I think it was pink daisies or something like that.
mhm,
Um, and the sole was pink, like a baby pink.
mhm,
And the outer sole was green, so it kinda gave this whole, like, flower pot type situation. I don't know what
mm.
they were called,
Yeah,
but that's the design of them. If you Google them, it will come up just like I described it.
Imma look for
Yep,
'em.
and I had them,
Ooh,
and like an idiot, cleaning up, and I hadn't touched them. Like,
mhm,
they were just and I was like, "Man, I ain't gonna wear these no more," and I bought them, like, I was so heavy into these, I bought them a half size bigger, and they were too big for me, but I wanted them.
mhm,
And my sister got a pair, but she actually got her size. She still has them to this day.
and you want 'em back.
Oh my god, I want them back so
You
bad.
want 'em back.
Oh my god, and I have tried to find these, like, right hand to God, and I can't find them anywhere.
That'd be the thing about Dunks. Dunks has so
Yo,
many
those
flavors.
are like they they remind me of, like, the J tips that I bought that were pink
Mhm,
with the flower, like, that was the reason why I bought them because they just were reminiscent
yeah,
of those. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's the
the
only reason
Azuras.
I bought them, but yeah, man, those if I could bring those back and retro them, those would be it.
Yeah, I think that was his first release too, and them things was something
Yes,
beautiful,
yes,
man.
yes,
Them things were beautiful. So
yeah.
that's dope. So if you could have any sneaker, right? If you could design any sneaker, what would that sneaker be? And who's the designer you would bring on to help you design it? Past or
If I
present.
if I could redesign?
Like pick a sneaker that you would want to design, and who would that designer be to help you design that sneaker? You got
These
Virgil, you got Ye, you got J Tips, Joe Fresh, you got you can go anywhere. It's your imagination.
Alright, I would go with some Yeezys. I
Okay.
would.
Okay.
My first pair of Yeezys were the lime green, the yellow,
Mhm.
the neon yellow.
Mhm.
I would go back and redo those. Who would I get? I don't know the guy's name, but you probably would know. He did a remake of Louis Vuitton's print, the
Okay.
Asian dude, heavy set. And I think he did some stuff as well with Crocs recently. But if not him, the dude that what's his name? That did those dope Crocs that look like sneakers.
Salehi?
Yeah, I bought a
Yeah.
pair of those myself.
Yeah. They both were
The
Yeezy designers, I believe. Both of
okay,
them.
okay,
So I think that guy, the first guy you're talking about, I always get his name wrong, so I try not to say it. But I want to say he was a designer at Yeezy, if it's the same person I'm thinking about. And he
okay.
went over to Crocs and did something with Crocs recently.
Oh, he
And
did?
they look like wave runners. I could be I don't
Okay, see, I didn't know that. But
yeah, it could be the different guy, I think though. I
I
think,
like
yeah.
I like their approach to
Mhm.
art, and
Yeah.
I like their approach to textures and colors. That's the only reason why.
Mhm.
And, like I said, I like, texture, I like color, things like that. When you're talking about being creative and being a sneakerhead, you know what I mean? Like you get into that type of stuff
Right.
when you start making your purchases at that like large dollar sign amount. When you
Yeah.
start getting in the $2 sign, $3 sign, $4 sign, like this thing gonna have to really do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So particularly those two designers, I feel do that for me.
Yeah.
But I would definitely link up with either or.
Yeah. Well, Salehi definitely designed at Yeezy. So he'd be
Okay.
right at home.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I like his approach,
Yeah.
to things. It's just real it's real fly. It's
He's an
cool.
engineer, I think. I wanna say
Yeah, 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 yeah,
engineer
yeah.
of some sort, yeah. Yeah, dope. So now I got some sneakers in their prime. I need you to tell me which one you copping, right? Pennies or Jordans?
Oh, man, that's not a good laugh.
I know.
I like both.
I know.
I gotta pick one. All
That's
right,
it.
I'm gonna go with Jay's.
Alright, listen, you can't go wrong.
I'm
All
going
right.
J's.
Bo Jacksons or Harachis?
Harachis.
All right.
I got some Harachis. That's why I said that.
Harachis had a moment. They definitely
Yeah,
had a
I
moment.
still got some. Still got a pair.
Diamond Turfs or Griffies?
Griffey's.
Okay. Yeezys or Jordans?
Oh, this is a wicked question.
I know. I know. Choose
All
you this
right,
day.
I'm going Yeezy.
Ooh, jumped over the
Yeah,
Pippens.
we're gonna go Yeezys.
Okay. AJ ones or dunks? I know. I know.
All right, dunks.
Oh man. Air Max 1 or Air Max 95s?
95s.
Okay. White Uptowns or Jordan 1s?
Jordan 1s.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
God.
Don't do that. All right.
Not for me. No shade, just not for
I
me.
understand. I understand. I understand. Last but not least, Pippens or Barkleys? Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you a moment.
Yeah, I mentioned Pippins earlier too. Oh man. Pippins.
Okay. All right. Listen, that was good. It wasn't too bad, was it?
No, no, it was tight, but it wasn't too bad.
I know. I know. I know. What do you consider your biggest sneaker L of all time? A sneaker you really wanted, but you was never able to get it.
The Yeezy and Louis Vuitton collab.
Ooh, that was nice. That was
I
nice.
was searching high and low,
Yeah.
couldn't find them.
Keep searching.
And I wound up getting some bathing apes instead.
That's how you do. You gotta comfort the wound. You know what I'm saying? You gotta comfort the wound.
It was between those two. So
Wow.
the like the collab was like I was like, oh, I really want those. But just couldn't get them. So I wound up getting some bathing apes. I got some hot pinks with the light pink. So I got those bathing apes instead.
I love it. I love it. Look, I got 3 more questions, so I promise I'm
Okay.
gonna let you go.
No problem.
Um, this is a sneaker, the biggest sneaker flop. So when I say biggest sneaker flop, this is a sneaker that everybody loved, but you could not stand it.
What sneaker did everybody love? And I couldn't stand
I
it.
got a few in mind, but I ain't gonna sway your decisions.
I don't know. I mean, help me jog my memory. What you got in
I
mind?
know people, they hated the McQueen runners. They couldn't
Yeah, I
stand
do.
them. Okay. The Youth Night
I
sneaker,
think those
I think
those is too much. No. Yeah.
so we'll go
No.
with the McQueen runners. Got it.
Yeah, we'll go with
All right.
those. Yeah.
So if you had to do your top 5 sneakers all time, what sneakers you picking? Or you know what? I'm gonna make it simple. Top We're gonna do your Mount Rushmore, your top 4 sneakers all time. What you picking?
Okay. I definitely do my sunbursts, my
Okay.
Yeezy sunbursts.
Okay.
Um, definitely do my 13s.
Okay. Okay.
Um, and I'll put up my Ewings, my Patrick
Ooh.
Ewing.
Ooh, those are good. Those
Yeah,
are good. Is that 3 or 4? I feel like that's
it's
3.
3.
What's that
And
4th one?
my 4th one, I got some old pink Air Max.
Which
So I'll
Air
throw
Max?
those up there.
Which one?
Um,
195s?
95s.
Okay. Okay.
I put them up
Okay.
there.
Listen, I love it. I love it. I love it. And the last question, right? I feel like you answered this earlier, but let me see if it's the same answer.
Okay.
A sneaker that you discarded or had to give it away because your foot grew or whatever the case may be, but you want that sneaker back. And I feel like you're gonna say it's the dunks.
Yeah, them SBs, man. And they were literally they were just a half size big, but because they were under my bed for so long
Mhm.
and I was cleaning up, I was like, yeah, I'm not wearing these ever again. And I had so many sneakers, so it made it comfortable for me to
Yeah.
just chuck them.
Yeah.
It's 2025. Wish I had those
Oh
sneakers.
man. Oh man. Like I knew exactly what you was gonna say. I was like, oh, I hear the passion in her
I'm
voice
telling
when you
you,
said it.
you look it up or whoever's watching, you look them up. Them joints is flaming. Like they're so good. Like whoever created like that was a timeless piece of artwork. And so when Jay Tibbs did his version of the flowers in the Bronx with the pink and the sheer, I was like, I'm buying those. I don't care what line I gotta stand in. I'm getting them,
I
and I
love it.
did, and I got them immediately, so
Sneakerhead vibes, man. Listen, I appreciate you for rocking out with us, man.
oh, thank
Thank
you for
you
having
for
me.
kicking it with us, talking sneakers. Look, anybody want to follow you, you know, see some of the things that you're doing, be a part of any of the movements you have, how can they follow you?
You can definitely follow me on IG. You can find me at Dr. Shana, Utse, so Dr. dot Shana underscore E. So you can find me there.
When she says Shana, that's Shana.
ANA,
Don't
yeah.
be putting the I in there or the
Mm.
Y or none of that stuff. That's H.
SHANA underscore E.
That's what I'm talking about. Listen, appreciate you,
Thank you.
appreciate you, man. Shout out to everybody listening to us, man, and rocking out with the Kick La Familia. It's your favorite Primo coach Fernz, Dr. Shana, and we out.
We out.